Okay, hi everyone. This is AndyMac0035 from Ultimate RC, and this is SSV5, or Street Slash version number 5. It's actually a slash 4x4. And one of the things I did when I was building this up, as you can see, it's got the Mamba monster in it, and I actually went through all this when I made the 4th version, which was my first 4x4, and I had problems with the center drive shaft here. It was actually deflecting and vibrating like crazy, and what I ended up doing was making a support for it, and it worked out rather well. And I've had a lot of people ask about it and wanted somewhat of a how-to, and so that's what I'm going to try to do here. And this actually has a stock drive shaft in it. So take that all apart, slide this out, and so the idea was to take the bearing from a Merv Mini E-Revo and slide it over this and use it as a center support. The problem was this was a little bit too small in the inner diameter, so what I ended up doing was putting this in a drill and using some sandpaper to file it down. And so you just do that, get yourself a nice heavy glove and some sandpaper, and what you're going to actually end up doing is squeezing the sandpaper. You probably want to cut yourself a square. I didn't have one handy, so this is what we get. And you just squeeze it really good, and of course it's going to get hot, which is why you need the glove, and you're going to go back and forth, back and forth. Try to keep it even and uniform so you don't wear this too thin and ruin it. And eventually, and it's going to take a while, and it's going to be a pain, but eventually what will happen is you will end up with this. And then you'll be able to slide the Merv bearing right on. But the Merv bearing is a little bit smaller than that center channel is. So what I ended up doing was taking 2 layers of shrink tubing and 2 Merv bearings and making this center carrier bearing. I figured 2 would be a little bit better, a little bit stronger, and so that's what I did. And then this ends up being right up against this little slot to just try to hold it from riding forward or backwards. At the time I thought that would become an issue. It never did, but at the time I thought it would. And that presses down in nice and snug. It goes nowhere, even with the Mamba monster pushing away at it. Put that in there. Put this back on. And so there you have it. That is how you add a center support to a high-powered Traxxas slash 4x4 so that the center drive shaft doesn't vibrate anymore on you. Alright, and that's that. Hope this helped you out, and have fun doing your speed runs.